In late 2017, a man named Carlos Matos stood on a stage, bathed in neon lights, and screamed into a microphone, "Hey, BitConnect." The bizarre, unhinged energy of that moment became an instant internet meme. It was funny, absurd, and perfectly captured the wild, unregulated frenzy of the crypto boom. But behind the laughs, behind the meme, lay a multi-billion-dollar fraud that would shatter hundreds of thousands of lives. How did a viral internet joke become the face of one of the largest financial collapses of its time? And who paid the ultimate price? This is the story of BitConnect, a company that launched in 2016, promising a revolutionary path to wealth. In the booming world of cryptocurrency, where Bitcoin was making millionaires overnight, BitConnect offered something even more enticing: guaranteed daily returns, sometimes as high as 40% per month, through a lending program powered by a proprietary trading bot. For ordinary people with no financial background, this wasn't just an investment. It was a golden ticket to financial freedom. It was a chance to escape debt, secure a retirement, or build a better future for their families. They just had to trust BitConnect. The allure was irresistible. In November 2016, BitConnect launched its own cryptocurrency, the BitConnect coin, or BCC, through an initial coin offering. It wasn't long before the platform exploded. Enthusiastic investors, seeing their money grow by the day, sometimes 1% daily interest, became evangelists. They poured in their life savings, encouraged friends and family, and recruited new members through a multi-level marketing structure, earning commissions up to 15% for bringing in fresh blood. The BCC token price soared, hitting an all-time high of approximately $525 in late 2017, pushing its market capitalization beyond an astounding $2.5 billion. It was a global phenomenon fueled by greed, hope, and the contagious excitement of easy money. And then came Carlos Matos screaming, "Hey, from a stage in Thailand, perfectly embodying the insane, unsustainable peak of the BitConnect bubble. But what was BitConnect actually doing? The promised proprietary volatility software trading bot, and its consistent, high returns were a complete fabrication. In reality, BitConnect was a classic Ponzi scheme, cleverly disguised by the shiny, new veneer of cryptocurrency. Imagine a pyramid scheme. Early investors were paid not from genuine profits, but with money flowing in from new participants at the bottom. To join, you'd buy Bitcoin, exchange it for BitConnect coin on their platform, and then lend your BCC back to the company. The daily interest payments created a powerful illusion of legitimacy, enticing people to reinvest and recruit. The value of the BCC token itself was artificially inflated, a house of cards, built on ever-increasing new money. It was a financial engine running on nothing but the desperate hope and dwindling savings of new victims. For those paying attention, the cracks were already showing. The promised returns, up to 40% a month, were simply too good to be true, defying all laws of financial gravity. Serious financial experts and crypto analysts began issuing stark warnings, labeling BitConnect a blatant Ponzi scheme. In November 2017, the UK government demanded proof of its legitimacy. Then, in January 2018, the Texas State Securities Board didn't mince words, issuing a cease and desist order and explicitly calling BitConnect a Ponzi scheme. The relentless influx of new money, the lifeblood of any Ponzi, was slowing. The regulators were closing in. The house of cards was wobbling. The end came swiftly and brutally. On January 16, 2018, BitConnect abruptly announced it was shutting down its lending and exchange services, citing continued attacks from regulators. The carefully constructed illusion shattered. Overnight, the value of the BCC token plummeted by over 90%, crashing from around $400 to below $1 in a single devastating day. Hundreds of thousands of investors watched in horror as their life savings, their dreams, evaporated into thin air. The alleged founder, Satish Kambani, vanished, indicted on multiple fraud charges in February 2022, but remains a fugitive to this day. Glenn Arcaro, the lead U.S. promoter, later pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The damage was already done. The human cost of BitConnect was catastrophic. Nas, for instance, invested $100,000, watched his account balance swell to $350,000 in just 3 months, only to lose everything when the platform shut down, a mere 4 days before he planned to withdraw his initial investment. Robert, an Australian father, invested 100,000 Australian dollars, convinced by the daily interest, and even persuaded his wife to withdraw her entire savings. Their dreams of paying off their mortgage and securing a future for their newborn child vanished overnight. These weren't just numbers. These were real people, ordinary mom and dad investors across more than 95 countries, who had poured their pensions, retirement funds, and life savings into a scam that defrauded between $2 billion and $2.4 billion. While Glenn Arcuro received a 38-month prison sentence and $56 million in proceeds was liquidated, the restitution ordered for victims amounted to a paltry $17 million for approximately 800 individuals, a mere drop in the ocean compared to the billions lost and the countless lives ruined. BitConnect stands as a chilling monument to the dangers of unchecked greed and the seductive power of easy money. It showed us how quickly a bizarre internet meme could become the face of a devastating financial fraud, leaving behind a trail of shattered dreams and broken trust. The story of BitConnect is a stark reminder that if something sounds too good to be true, it almost certainly is. And while the perpetrators may vanish or face minimal justice, the victims are left to pick up the pieces, forever scarred by the promise of wealth that turned into ruin. The memory of Hey 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 will forever echo, not as a joke, but as a warning.